Season 2 of my F1 2021 Immersive Driver Career Mode with Ferrari is about to continue with round 3 here at Spain. If you haven't been following the series so far, make sure you go and check out the channel playlist on the homepage and make sure that you hit the like button if you do enjoy. Today, as I say, we've got the Grand Prix in Spain. Things haven't been going to plan so far this season with Ferrari. The car definitely felt the impact of the regulation changes, and we're currently the 6th fastest car, so we're kind of back where we were with Alpine, unfortunately, whereas Alpine have gone from strength to strength and are looking like genuine contenders for second in the championship at the moment. And you know, you look at the pace of a Fernando Alonso and a Kimi Raikkonen, and together they are going to be such a potent force. But yeah, we retired from the last race. It was a tactical retirement. It was a disaster. We were running very nicely in 5th position before a spin around I guess it's a hairpin onto the main straight or the back straight, and well, yeah, the rest is history. Alonso goes straight into us. We go in. We get a drive-through penalty. We go into the pits. Didn't have repair front wing on, and you had to pit multiple times. But we did get the fastest lap, which was nice. And hoping to bounce back this weekend. We've put in a fresh power unit for the occasion, and hopefully that will be in place for qualifying. It might be a bit tight for time, but I think it should be okay. So without further ado, let's see how we get on in qualifying. Here we come then, up for our first flying lap of the weekend, and it's a 1:16.9, which, well, that's well off the pace that we want to be setting, and 1.6 seconds off the AlphaTauri of Yuki Tsunoda, and that has been the story of the season so far.
Only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
And speaking of which, there's another spin to add to our collection. Really hasn't been a good time for us in the Ferrari camp so far. Well, a much better lap this time. We come up to the line 3.5 tenths quicker. Still only good enough for 12th place, though. And we're officially out of fuel. So we probably are going to have to come out on another set of soft tyres, unfortunately. But, you know, as long as we get through to Q2, that's kind of all that matters. Well, we took a risk. Are we through? No, we're out. By 25 thousandths of a second to Antonio Giovinazzi. We are out in Q1 once again, but Charles Leclerc down in 12th as well. It just shows, you know, you're never ever safe, and we were trying to risk it to save the tyres, and now we're out of position. Quite honestly, would we have had enough pace to get through up into the upper reaches of Q2, maybe even into Q3? I'm not sure we do. I don't honestly know where the pace is coming from Charles. You know, we were pretty much toe for toe with Fernando Alonso last year, but at this point we are really, really struggling in the Ferrari. But we need a big race tomorrow.
The Spanish Grand Prix has been a permanent fixture on the Formula One calendar for over 30 years now, and for good reason. Do you remember Michael Schumacher's absolute dominance here in that rain-soaked Grand Prix in 1996? That day he took his first ever victory for Ferrari, and we've had many more iconic moments since. It's a sellout crowd of 140,000 here today as we await lights out for the 730-metre sprint down to turn 1 of this 2.9-mile racetrack. Overtaking is challenging through these 16 corners, but there's still a lot of high-speed excitement to be found, including the flat-out Turn 3 and the terrifying blind right of Turn 9. And I'm joined once again by Anthony Davidson to bring you the lowdown for today's race. Let's have a chat about Williams. We have a number of changes to the aerodynamic regulations this year, and the signs haven't looked good for them so far in terms of getting to grips with those changes.
It doesn't look promising for them so far. And if the new regs have hit them as hard as we think, well, I suspect they may need a few late nights at the factory to get back on track.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Lando Norris, and Fernando Alonso, Ricciardo, Leclerc, Vettel and Kimi Raikkonen, Stroll, Gasly, Yuki Tsunoda and Giovinazzi, Ocon, the captain, Mick Schumacher and George Russell, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Well, not a good day at the office for us in qualifying, but well, let's see what's in store for us in the race. It looks like another one stop that we're going for, so mediums onto hards and just hoping for the best. So here we go. Let's get into it, and I'll see you guys at lights out. Lights out, away we go here in Barcelona. Not a bad start off the grid for us, and we get into the overtake mode. And having a look ahead, it looks like loads of guys are going to be going for this inside line into turn 1. Let's try and keep our nose clean. And that's not too bad. But we are right behind Pierre Gasly here. But we managed to lose a massive amount of downforce there. But managed to hold it on the track somehow. Or at least hold it out of the gravel. But there goes Giovinazzi, I think, or was it? No, it was Ocon. Down our inside, we go down the inside of Gasly. Good start for us here. Exactly what we needed, and there's Kimi Raikkonen ahead, and he looks like he's going to be another big rival this year. Last year, of course, we had a little bit of argy-bargy from time to time with Kimi Raikkonen, so hoping that that won't be the case again this year. Good move on his former teammate Antonio Giovinazzi in Alfa Romeo, and we're now up to 13th, which probably pace-wise is where we'd have qualified yesterday had we went out for a second run in Q1, but at the end of the first lap we just lost that 1 second window to Kimi Raikkonen ahead, and now we've got Pierre Gasly right behind us, certainly looking not quite as quick in a straight line. So a decent start for us because we've gained a couple of positions, but need to get back onto the wheel of Kimi Raikkonen now. Well, you join me on lap 5 of this Grand Prix, and we very much lost Kimi Raikkonen. We're kind of in a race of our own at the moment. We're just a couple of seconds ahead of Giovinazzi and Ocon, but too far behind Kimi Raikkonen currently to make an impact, so we're just sort of running our own race, waiting for his tyres to drop off a little bit to give us the chance to hopefully come and catch him, and then there's obviously Tsunoda ahead of him, but it looks like it's going to be a tough old race to get some points today. Well, Ricciardo in the pits. That's a fairly early stop for the Aussie, and that means we're up to 12th position as it stands. But I feel like it's going to be a lot of the race like that, where we're looking better than we are because of pit stops and strategy. But who knows, maybe the pace of the car will fall into our lap very soon. Yeah, a huge gaggle of cars in now. And that puts us up to 6th position, including Charles. He's in the pits as well. So we're beating our teammate. Yay! Well, we got Valterri Bottas right next to us, and he manages to go through. Of course, we don't want to battle too much with these guys. These are very much on different strategies to us.
Position. Try to keep focus.
There goes Lewis Hamilton, so just gonna let him go. Perez as well. He's going to be closing in on us. But Giovinazzi doing a great job of being a cork in the bottle, as I like to call it. Yeah, somehow Hamilton already 1.2 seconds ahead. I mean, the Mercedes cars are absolutely flying ahead. We got Perez behind. How long is Giovinazzi going to be able to keep the other guys behind? That's the big question. Well, there goes Sergio Perez. He's through now. I'm trying desperately not to lose too much time by not overtaking them again. But yeah, we are dropping down the field very quickly here. But as far as I know, these guys ahead will be on 2 stops, because that medium will just not survive till the end of the Grand Prix. So, you know, they've got to pull 20 seconds on us, which, when you consider Hamilton and Bottas are already 5-6 seconds ahead, they're going to easily do that. But hey ho. Well, Verstappen's passed, but we have got DRS, so we're going to be able to go back past. And okay, that doesn't mean that we're going to stay ahead of him, but it's a little bit of fun that we can have on track. And we come round the final corner. And well, Max Verstappen into the pits. That's a very early second pit stop for him. And, well, maybe he started on the medium tyres, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, early pit stop for him.
There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car.
So here we are
right now.
into the
Just
pit
be
lane
careful.
then. And I'm hoping that there's no front wing damage, and correct, there isn't.
Go, go, go.
And we're away in 2.5, that's not too bad. And, well, we're going to come back out
Up
in
to speed
12th
now.
place.
Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Which isn't bad at all, really. So we're behind Vettel, who's on medium tyres. He's going to need to stop again. Tsunoda is the guy that we need to catch. He's in 10th place currently. Don't know how long he's been on these hard tyres, but they're definitely going to be older than ours. So let's keep pushing and see how we get on. Verstappen is behind us now. He's on hard tyres. I'm sure he's going to pass us fairly quickly, but we'll give it a go for the rest of this race, but it's not looking
Okay,
like
there
we are.
appears to be an
Oh,
issue.
well, here we go.
We're currently investigating.
We might as well stay with the action. Are we going to have a forced retirement here? We will find out very, very shortly. onto the pit straight. This is usually...
Okay,
yeah, there you go.
Severe engine issue.
Unbelievable.
Find a safe space to retire or return to the pits.
We
Heat
took a
gap to the car
brand
behind is
new engine
2.4 seconds. Again,
at the start of the
find
episode.
somewhere safe to stop. We need you to retire.
Wow, can you believe it? We are out. And we've lost an engine component, and that is devastating. We may well have managed to get some points out of that, but we're out, and our very, very tough start to our Ferrari career continues. We are out of the Spanish Grand Prix.
A spectacular victory here in Spain and a massive confidence boost going into the next race. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. Valtteri Bottas takes the top spot. He's our new Drivers' Championship leader after today's result. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
Lance Stroll certainly put in an impressive performance today. No doubt his team and fans are extremely proud.
It's time to check out the Constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
Well, how gutting, and Leclerc only finishing in 10th as well. A very, very tough weekend for Ferrari. And, well, there's nothing we can really do about it at the moment. We are just in a pickle. We're the 6th fastest team out on track, and we've got Monaco next, and that's going to be a real challenge. So, you know, we got to try our best to come back out fighting, and if we get any sort of points at Monaco, that'll be good. I will be doing a sprint race around Monaco, I think that'll possibly mix it up a little bit, and we'll see how we get on. But there you go, there you have it. If you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below, subscribe for more F1 content, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.